Let's take a look at how we can do division with remainders in our head mentally without drawing groups or anything that's going to take us a lot of time. So 31 divided by 3. This divided by 3 part is the most important bit because I'm going to use that to turn it into a multiplication. And what I want to do is I want to think in my head, 3 times what gives me an answer as close to 31 as I can without going over 31. So I know in my head that 3 times 10 gives me an answer of 30. So what I know now is that 31 divided by 3 has to be 10, and 31 is 1 more than 30. So that means there's going to be one remainder there. All right, next one, 43 divided by 5. I'm going to take this divided by 5 and turn it into a multiplication in my head. And I'm going to think 5 times what gives an answer really close to 43. Now, I know my 5 times tables, and I know that 5 times 8 gives me 40. So I know that the answer is going to be 8, but what will the remainders be? All right, well, 43 is 3 more than 40. So my remainder is 3. All right, bottom left, 26 divided by 4. I'm going to turn it into multiplication. 4 times what gives me an answer close to 26? Well, I know that 4 times 5 is 20, but that's not close enough. So I'm going to go 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, yep, that's the one I'm after. 4 times 6 is 24. So I'll do that in my head. So I know that the answer must be 6, and 26 is 2 more than 24. So that must be what's left over, the remainder. So it goes there. All right, last example, 35 divided by 6. Well, I'm going to think in my head, 6 times what gives an answer close to 35? All right, well, 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36, but that's too big. 36 is too big. So 6 times 5 is 30. So my answer must be 5. But then how many remainders? Well, 35 is 5 more than 30. So remainder 5. Now, the one last thing that I'm going to point out is that the remainder is always less than the number you divide by. So we can see here, a remainder of 1 is less than 3. The remainder of 3 is less than 5. And it's the same in the other two examples. And that's because if you have a remainder bigger than the number you're dividing by, then that's too many. That can be reshared by that number. So for example, in my first question, 31 divided by 3, if I had a remainder of 4, well, I know that 4 can be divided by 3. All right, 4 can be divided by 3. So that can't be the remainder. The remainder always has to be less than the number you're dividing by.